Hey, you are not getting a special intro because the reason I called you here today is to air out some grievances. Because at work you've really been pissing me off, if I'm being honest. And right here I have a collective list, and I'd like to ask some follow-up questions as to why you thought what you did was appropriate, okay? First, you called out of work, and when you called out, you told us you got in a car accident, and then the day after that, you changed what kind of accident you got into 2 more times, so there's 3 total. And I just want to know, like, how you got to that conclusion that, like, we wouldn't notice the amount of lying you're doing. Because I immediately picked up on it, because when we got you here and we were training, you lied about having lactose intolerance, and we got off on a bad foot, but I gave you, like, the chance. Did you want to defend yourself? No? Okay. So then, with that being said, you did continue to lie, a few months later about being sick and then getting a physical injury. And then I just was thinking, wow, I can believe that happens, because, the seasons are changing. So I've been sick before and got a physical injury, when you're physically unwell and then your, like, body is, like, sick, like, I can see that happening. But then once again came up with a third story. So once again, the narrative keeps shifting. You told me you were lactose intolerant. Every day I see you with a drink that has whipped cream on it. Every day. Why are you making things up? Okay, no answer. Okay. You also told me your nickname is because your full name gets confused a lot, and your name is like my name, it's 5 letters. And I'll tell you, I've been called a lot of things, but it's never been to a point where I had to create a nickname for myself. So I'm like, all these things are starting to add up, and I'm just wondering, like, what's your story? What's your deal? I only care because it's starting to affect my job. So I need to know your thought process from how you got to, like, point A to point B to point C, to point D to point E, and like somehow it got off of letters, and then you jumped to numbers. So I just want to know, like, how we. Okay. Still no excuses. Oh, okay. So then, like, the next thing is, like, when I let you out to go interact with the customers, they come up to the register and they say they've never had a worse experience in their life. What is that about? Our job is not hard, and you can always ask for help. I always tell you, like, if you need me, call me. Like, I don't understand why you just don't take the tools that are given to you and run with them. That's, like, why we're here for you. And I can't trust you now because I've not been able to trust you for Lord knows how long now. You're just telling stories. And then on top of that, you go into our team area and you just relocate things. You put them elsewhere. What is that about? Like, I texted the work chat and I said, hey guys, I just cleaned up. Don't touch anything. And you're just touching, removing. And I very specifically told you, do not do that. It's because, like, functionality wise, I know where everything's at, so when someone else needs something, it's exactly where we left it. And that'll bring me to another point. Why, when you take things from my register, from my team areas, you don't put them back? That's why we're always out of the tools we need, because you guys just keep relocating them. And then I never find that. Remember that time we lost that piece of equipment? And it was in a bucket with a lid on it, hidden? Like, we can't keep doing this. How are we supposed to work under these conditions? The next thing is going to be, along with just pissing the customers off, You've actively been lying to them instead of just asking for help. What's that about? At any point in time, there's at least 2 other people here, so why are you just lying to them? You don't have to. It's literally like there's all these people to help. You have our numbers. I'm trying to defend you, and I just can't keep doing it anymore. It's unreal, actually. And then my next thing is going to be lying to me, because when you lie, we can't get anywhere. Our job doesn't get easier. Why are you doing that? You're a freak, quite frankly. I need to ostracize you. And speaking of ostracizing, the other day, you went and you found a box in the back room and you thought it had pee on it. And you kept touching the box. And I said, stop doing that, you freak. And I told you to go wash your goddamn hands, and you did not. I'm getting wrinkles faster than anyone should, dealing with you. I can't believe every day I have to have a conversation about this stuff. What do you mean you're touching a box you suspect has piss on it? Wash your hands. There's hand sanitizer. There's options. You might not even have to wash them. Like, I can't grasp it in my head. And then when I send you to go do a task on your own, oh my goodness, I can't do it. You are so inattentive. You get distracted so easily. If your head wasn't attached, you lose it. It's insane. We have a time frame to get these tasks done, and you freestyle on them. Oh, you get distracted? Oh, no. And so you can't say that there's the customers, because we have all these people. You can go, hey guys, I need someone to help me. I'm trying to finish my job, and someone that needs help in this aisle. Like, there's solutions, and I provide those solutions for you all the time. Like when that customer called and asked if we had something, and you told them yes, and we didn't have it because I sold that item 2 hours before they called. You didn't ask anyone. That customer came in after you left. He wasn't mean to me, but he was upset. Yeah, it was unacceptable, quite frankly. Luckily for him, it did come in sooner than what he was expected, but there were so many people here that day, and you chose to just make your own answer, and you put him on hold 4 times. He told me you put him on hold 4 times for him to drive an hour and 15 minutes away, only to not have the product. The list, quite frankly, does keep going. When I come behind you after you've worked an area, there is a mess. It is filthy. You've left shrapnel, you've left dust, you've left bits and pieces. We can't have the customers walking around in that. That's ridiculous. What do you mean? We have house-sized broom and dustpan. We have industrial-sized broom and dustpan. We have plenty of cloths to clean up. We have every cleaning solution you would want, even some that are not regulated by the store. So why is there a mess left behind? What is that about? You guys spilt degreaser and just left it there, and it got sticky, and nobody cleaned it up. I did. Yeah, just like the break room, that you guys don't clean up after yourself in there either. I'm failing to see the point. We're all adults here, and for me to have this ongoing list with all these things that you can be in control of and that you can't change, you just actively don't, and it makes everyone's job harder. Because also, I've had a few people just come up to me and you're flat out rude to them. If you're not having a day to deal with customers, why don't you pass them off? Well, I can't help you then. If you don't want to pass them off and you don't want to learn, I fail to realize how it's a me problem. It is a me problem because I keep coming behind you and fixing everything you've done. So what are the next steps here? The next steps, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do anymore because it's absolutely ridiculous. The list was so long. I'm dehydrated. I'm parched. Like, this is ridiculous. And this is a common reoccurrence. I don't know what you want me to do. They sent me because I've been keeping a list. A list of the things you've been doing. They assigned you some training on the computer. Yeah. The way you interact with customers is unacceptable. Like, it's just so lackluster. We hired you, we gave you all the time you need, we give you every tool. You have all the same access to the tools that we have. Everything I have, you have access to, because I want us to be great as a team, and here you are. You know, you're just fooling and farting around. Finger in your rear, if you will. And then, like, for cleaning, there's posters. There's posters. There's posters in every single area with instructions on how to clean and why to do it that way. We went through extensive training, so... And you always fight back. Like, when we correct you, you listen in the moment, but, like, the windows, I know you've been using the Swiffer mop to clean the windows. You can say it's not true all you want, and I know you also wrote on the desk, but, like, there's cameras, but also you were the only person here. I closed last night. I know the windows didn't look like that when you came in. Even now you're lying to me. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't know what we're gonna have to come up with a medieval punishment if you don't knock it off. Like, firing you is not enough. I need you to feel the way I feel. It's ridiculous. You're lying to me even right now as we speak. I know you used that Swiffer wet mop on that window. How did you clean the top windows then? Because I know you didn't have the step. I know you didn't have the step stool. I know you didn't get a ladder because I asked other people. Yeah, they're also tired of the nonsense and tomfoolery. Yeah, everyone is. You somehow have affected everyone's functionality to do their job. I don't get it. You're like a one-man team against the rest of the goals of the store. I've never seen anything like it in my life. I'm being honest with you here. What do you want me to say to that? You know you have access to the learning materials. We printed out the return procedure for you. You only look good when we have someone babysitting you. So you also keep going on leave. So how are you ever going to learn? I actually don't care if you go on leaves. It doesn't make my job any harder. I will say, if you were here more often, instead of, like, breaking your knees, you'd probably be a little bit better at this side of the job. Yeah. But, like, I don't know what to do. Like, there's nothing else. I've exhausted all my options. This is ridiculous. Like, what can I do to help you do better? Because I've said it nicely. I've said it not so nicely. I've said it meanly. I've reworded it several times, in different language that is accessible for most people, because maybe the communication style that I'm doing doesn't work with you, but it doesn't matter. I know other people have told you the same thing I'm telling you because we have talked about it. That's how I know there's 3 different stories about everything you tell. And I know you rearranged my register. I know. Don't say it wasn't you once again, because I arrange it specifically, and I always do it the same way so everyone has access and everyone knows where things are at. I know it's you. I don't want to hear it. I don't. And then the way the customers describe you when you're just being dismissive and rude, there's no one else that works here that has, like, contacts in. Yeah. Ridiculous. I tell you what, for you to sit here and say it wasn't you to my face, this conversation's getting extensive. So your punishment for now is going to be a warning. Like, this is your first, like, written warning. I'll be documenting this, and I'll have you sign, because it's absolutely unacceptable the way things have been going. We've really let you go. We've let you get away with murder. As far as the job goes, yeah, we have. I'm actually working on, like, building a mock crucifixion site in the back out of cardboard boxes. If you don't, like, get it together, we're gonna put you up there and boo you and throw cardboard boxes at you and go, boo! Exactly. You don't want that to happen. I'm already in the process of building it. You don't know how much duct tape I've used. We're gonna throw the duct tape scraps at you too. You're laughing. I'm being so serious right now. Go in the back. Go in the back and you'll see it. I use the forklift forks as the main structure to hold it up. Speaking of forklifts, you don't know how to drive one. What? You almost hit people with it. What is that about? Why were you even on the forklift? What is that? They asked you? Who asked you? Because now I have to get them next. Get a grip. Why would you get on a forklift? You've never driven a forklift before. Don't tell me you have. I'm looking at you. I know someone who's never been on a forklift before when I see one. And you look like you've never seen a forklift in person. I'm going to be honest with you here. And you said you never worked at Walmart before. So where were you at to see a forklift? Exactly. Just lying. Out your tail. I know you are. You are not forklift certified and never have been. Yeah, stay off of it. I'm going to put you on it, actually, when we have a mock crucifixion. Like, that's going to be my punishment, quite frankly. I'm going to wait till you're off the clock to do that. Yeah, because I just feel like talking wasn't enough, so I have to find a new way to ostracize you. I don't know, like, being nice and communicating wasn't working, so we just have to ridicule you and make you feel guilty. Remember the guy who kept leaving his Tupperware? Remember when we all, like, booed him on the mic? Guess what he did? He did take his Tupperware. He did take it home. Yeah. His wife had been asking for the Tupperware to come home. It's just sitting in the break room that nobody cleans up after themselves, and including you. Yeah. When we started bullying him as a group, he took it home that same day. I reminded him 4 times. 4 times, and wanted to take that shit home, and he just didn't. The next day, he got booed into taking it home. We're going to boo you into stop lying. Because you literally don't have to lie. We will accommodate you to the best we can. You refuse the accommodations. You refuse to do things unless you have someone observing you. And that's just not how having a job works. So we're going to have to, like, try a new thing to see, like, if that'll work. If we, like, town hall put you in shackles and we just throw stuff at you, maybe that'll change. Like, we're getting to the extremes. Do you know what I mean? I need you to knock it off and, like, start crossing your T's and dotting your I's. Okay? So I'm gonna let you go home. Thank you for seeing me outside of hours. And like I said, I am building that cross out of cardboard and duct tape. If you keep acting up, I'm gonna put you on a hand truck. I'm gonna wheel you up there, and I'm just gonna get to go on with some Gorilla Tape. You're never coming down. Do you understand? Okay, good talking. I'll actually give you a few days so that you can improve, so that we don't have to take it that far. Just know it's waiting for you, or anyone else who keeps this up, okay? Okay, have a good night.